Gary, we play Reading this weekend at SJP, but just looking back quickly at that game at Carlisle, have you started to see the benefits already of that staggered journey in terms of their fitness and well-being this week?
Yeah, 100%. I think the planning and preparation that went in from everyone at the football club had a massive impact on the result, and I think that shows the teamwork within this football club. We had a really difficult week away at Portsmouth, back very late Tuesday evening and having to travel again Thursday. Doing it in 2 stages, I think, helped the players massively. Staying in very good hotels where we had the opportunity to recover in pools and do things like that, I think put the players in the best possible shape to perform and get a huge 3 points. So it was a big team effort from everyone at the football club that contributed to that.
And of course the supporters, some of them who would have done both the Portsmouth and the Carlisle game. Outstanding support I hear from the fans up at Carlisle.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, even you didn't make the Carlisle game and you, Scott, so it shows you how dedicated some people are. I know you've had big things on at the weekend, but the supporters are incredible. The way they travel, not just in the numbers, but their behaviour, the support that they provide the team is remarkable, and we really thank them for that, because we know how difficult it is in this financial situation at this time of year with the traffic the way it is. It's incredible, and we were just really thankful we could get them something to enjoy their day and send them home happy.
And a turnout in their droves again this weekend could possibly hit the 8K mark at SJP. Another sellout, which it just seems to be week after week these days.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think their support since I've been here is amazing. Obviously, being back in League One last season for the first time, it gives them that boost. They want to come and see the team, but then I think the team deserve a lot of credit because they're keeping them coming by the way they're playing. I think there's a real connection with the supporters and this new team. I think they see a new team full of energy, who are giving absolutely everything for the football club. So I can see that bond and that connection growing all the way through the season.
There's a celebration of a former manager on Saturday, Eamon Dolan, who means a lot to this football club, but also a lot to Reading as well. Perhaps without Eamon, you would be sat here today. I mean, how important is it that we celebrate someone like Eamon on Saturday, because he means so much to both clubs?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think it's important as a football club. We always remember our past. We remember the good days, the bad days, but we remember the good people that, like you say, kept this club going and made it possible to do what we're doing today. So it'll be a great day that both teams can come together, because they had a big connection with both football clubs, and hopefully all the supporters and everyone can remember them in a really good, positive way.
And of course, it was 20 years ago when he was a part of Exeter City, but even today he still plays a part. Pierce Sweeney and Zach Jules both came through that Reading Academy with Eamon as the manager.
Yeah, I didn't ever meet him or know him myself, but hearing from those players and seeing Sween's interview this week and what he did for those players, and I think every player on their journey to become a professional football player has people like that, and Eamon definitely seemed to be a person that touched players' lives in a really positive way to help them enjoy successful careers. So for them it will be important, but for the whole football club it will be a great day to remember him.
Off the pitch, Reading have had struggles, but on it they seem to have adapted to life in the league quite well. A bit like, as you may know, with Wigan Athletic when they came down with the points deductions. Do you expect Reading to be coming here giving a fight, obviously trying to get back up to where they feel they should be?
Yeah, I think they're a very good football team from what I've watched this week. A real clear identity of how they want to play, real possession-based football team, quite a different style of play in terms of the 4-2-2-2. They're very, they have lots of numbers in the middle of the pitch that cause you a lot of problems. There's lots of rotation. So we have to be extremely good out of possession. We also have to dominate the ball more. It's something I've spoke about even in our good start to the season. I still feel like our connection and our play in possession can improve and we can cause them a lot more problems. But for me, it's a fantastic League One game for us to go into, a real test, a team that's came down from the Championship, a team that plays a slightly different style of play to what we normally face in this league, and a test that I think we're ready for and really looking forward to.
Given how you expect them to play, do you think this will be a game that would be won and lost in the midfield?
Yeah, I think it will be probably similar to Blackpool. I feel like Blackpool was quite a tactical game where both teams were cancelling each other out. It was in the second half, I felt like we gained the upper hand by how we played in possession, and we started dominating the game through that. I think Saturday will be similar. Whoever can dominate possession and find a way to cause the other team problems will probably be the team that comes out on top. So it will be a really good battle in a sense that what they do, what we do in and out of possession, how we try and obviously stop them, but how we cause them problems is really important. And I'm really looking forward to that challenge, and I'm sure the players are as well.
There was an under-21 game against Southampton earlier this week. How important was that for certain players? Obviously with no game for some of the younger players at the weekend as well.
Yeah, really important. I think we have to, like I said, this week was individual. We have to look after players that aren't getting as much minutes so that when their opportunity comes, they're ready. So a lot of players played in that game. Other players had a rest and recovered after playing a lot of minutes. So everyone today, tomorrow, after we prepare, should be ready for 3 o'clock on Saturday to give everything physically, tactically, mentally, and try and get the 3 points.
In terms of squad availability, Harry Kite, as we know, still out, but some better news for James Scott?
Better news in the longer term, not good news in the short term. We thought it could have been quite a serious one, and it turns out it's only 4 or 5 weeks. He's got some damage in his knee, but thankfully there's no surgery needed, and it will just be a kind of 4 or 5 week rehab programme. He worked extremely hard yesterday in the gym. I was even in the pool with him, doing some length with him yesterday, so he really enjoyed that. But yeah, it's an opportunity for him, for me to get fitter again. He came back in great shape, and he showed with his physical improvement how good he can be on the pitch with 2 goals. I think it's an opportunity for him to reset again, come back fitter, stronger and ready to go again, because we've seen at his best he can be a really big player for us this season.
Any other concerns?
Sonny Cox picked up a slight knock in the game. We will assess him in the next 48 hours. He'll be touch and go for the game, but worst case scenario, he'll be back next week sometime. So it would be a disappointment because of his performance last week, but hopefully he can make it in time for the game.
And just finally, given that game against Stevenage in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday, if at all, will your squad selection for Saturday be influenced by that game?
No, not at all. I think we've always been a team that focuses on the next game. We want to win every football match, and Saturday will be no different. We will prepare to go and win that game, and then after the game we'll prepare for Stevenage. I'm someone that I'm sure some coaches and managers look games in advance. I try and put all my focus on Reading. I actually was fortunate they played Stevenage, so I have seen Stevenage, but normally I don't try and look at the opposition until after we deal with the game at hand, and full focus will be on Reading.
Actually, one more. This is the last one. And we've got the under-9s in with us today from the academy. That's a great experience for them to be around the first team, and no doubt in 8 to 10 years' time, some of them will be following in the footsteps of the players they're currently eating breakfast with. Yeah,
I think it's brilliant. It's what this football club's all about, the academy, younger players, developing them and giving them an opportunity. So for them to come in and watch training and be amongst the players and see what we do on a daily basis will be really good. I'll need to keep my swearing down in training. I've warned Perks already about his behaviour. So we'll be on best behaviour and hopefully they'll have a really good day.